I gotta say, you guys, I know that I mentioned this past Wednesday or rather, I think this past Thursday or something like that Bash in Berlin was gonna be a crazy night. Boy, was it ever! I'm not gonna waste any time because there's a lot to unpack with Bash in Berlin. So, with that being said, here, ladies and gentlemen, are the results of Bash in Berlin for those who were unable to watch it on Peacock, and it kicked off with none other than the WWE title between Kevin Owens and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, best friends going at it. Honestly, this was something that I wasn't even expecting. A lot of fans were expecting a rematch between Cody and Roman, but we actually got Kevin and Cody, and we were expecting this to be an instant classic. Boy, was it ever! It was quite the instant classic. Counter after counter, near fall after near fall. It was absolutely insane. But there was a moment in the match where we saw Cody Rhodes try a super Cody cutter, and his knee gave out. His left knee gave out. Kevin Owens could not do it. He could not pull the trigger until later on in that moment. Several moments later, he was able to capitalize on the leg, and it was back and forth. Stunner after stunner, crossroads after crossroads, near fall after near fall. This was probably by far one of the craziest WWE title matches I had seen Cody defend, be a part of. I would probably say since Backlash in Lyon, France, and Lyon was just as chaotic. And Berlin, Germany, shout outs to you guys. Shout outs to all of my German fans out there. If you guys are watching this video and you guys actually attended Bash in Berlin, props to you guys for showing up and showing the fuck out. Y'all were just insane. But the closing moments of the match, even with a hurt knee, Cody Rhodes was able to defeat Kevin Owens with I believe with a fifth or sixth crossroads to pick up the victory and retain the WWE title. And then, of course, after the match, both Kevin and Cody embraced, and we saw in a reel on social media that they walked out together. They walked back into Gorilla together. So there was quite a bit to unpack with that matchup. And honestly, again, we were expecting Kevin Owens to bring back the old Kevin Owens. The same Kevin Owens who back in 2015 attacked Sami Zayn and put him on the shelf for months. We were expecting the same Kevin Owens who assaulted Chris Jericho and hit him with a power bomb and then taking his US title at WrestleMania. No. Obviously, yes, we did get a small bit of, a small ounce of that version of Kevin Owens, but in the end, Kevin Owens was unable to do it, but Kevin knew that he needed Cody, or rather, Cody knew that he still needed Kevin Owens in his fight against the Bloodline, which I don't even know what to say. I have no words to describe this one, but this is an easy 4-star matchup. This was an instant classic. Not much else to say about it. But could this have ended differently? I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of up for debate, if you will, because when you look at Kevin Owens and what he had done in the 7 years since he had last held a singles title, he's had multiple WrestleMania moments. He's been in championship matches over the years. He even main evented last year's WrestleMania here in my hometown of LA, and became a tag team champion. While it is true that he did all that, for the most part, especially since during the pandemic, and when fans were allowed to come back, his win and loss record was a bit up in the air, I guess, if you will. So obviously, yes, this was a much needed win for KO. But as big of a fan as I am of the prize fighter, there was no way in hell Cody was gonna lose. So I really don't think so, in my honest opinion. But speaking of titles, next up are the women's tag team titles between the Unholy Union, i.e. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, and of course 2/3 of the big three, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, in a rematch from, I believe, from Clash of the Castle, funny enough, and also from a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown, where Jade and Bianca had an opportunity to regain the titles on SmackDown, but of course it was all thwarted by Blair Davenport. Not this time. This was actually not. It wasn't the worst tag team title match I had seen in the women's division, but this was actually pretty fun. I think this was the match that literally was able to take both these teams beyond their breaking point, and the closing moments was actually something that a lot of fans weren't expecting, but it was something that a lot of fans wanted to see, and we actually got it. Jade and Bianca hitting the same double team move that they used in Jeddah to regain the women's tag team titles, and Jade Cargill actually pinned Isla Dawn to win the matchup. This was an okay match. It was pretty cool. I'm gonna be optimistic and give it 3 stars. I feel like Alba and Isla should have had a much more lengthier reign as tag team champions. But ever since Clash of the Castle, they did have quite a few title defenses and successfully retaining them. But I think this was the match that proves that both Alba and Isla still have a lot to learn about tag team wrestling in WWE. And obviously Jade and Bianca, I think they might have themselves a much more lengthier reign compared to last time. But could this have ended differently? Obviously Isla and Alba wanted to exploit the fact that Jade and Bianca had only been teaming just this past year alone. So they wanted to exploit that, but they never got the chance to. So obviously, if they did, obviously the Unholy Union would have won. But next up, a strap match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Let's just be real here. This was unexpected. I will say that this was an unexpected matchup, and I think looking on this rivalry that goes back over a decade, to when Drew McIntyre was a part of 3MB, was trying to find his footing again in WWE at that time. Punk was the head honcho, I guess, if you will, of WWE, and now that Punk's back, obviously Drew doesn't like CM Punk, and we all know the story, but SummerSlam was interesting because Seth Rollins was the special guest referee, and he counted Punk's shoulders for 3. McIntyre wins. Punk wanted another crack. This time it was a strap match, and this was a traditional strap match. Only way to win is to touch all 4 corners in succession without losing momentum. And if you lose momentum, then the field resets and the match continued. This was crazy because there was a moment where where when Drew McIntyre slapped the turnbuckle, Punk did the same thing, and once they were down to only one left that they needed to touch, the race was on. The race was on, and both could not do it, so the field reset, and they literally used the strap as a weapon. Drew McIntyre used a table as a weapon. This was insane. He even brought out Punk's bracelet as well, and not even that was enough for Drew McIntyre to win, as CM Punk hit, I believe, about 6 GTSs on Drew McIntyre, and then was able to slap all four corners to win the strap match, and he even also got his bracelet back. This was a crazy matchup. Absolutely crazy. Obviously, yeah, McIntyre could have won, but let's just be real. Punk is undefeated in strap matches. Now he's 3-0. I don't think there was a way that Punk was gonna lose. So, but all in all, this matchup, 4 stars. Not much else to say about that. But now we move into mixed tag team action between the Judgment Day's Dirty Dom and the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan against the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Oh my god. Yeah, we kind of knew that the Judgment Day was going to get involved, and they did just that, and Finn Balor came up with the idea to let Dom tag Liv in, and it all backfired at the end. This was back and forth, so many near falls, so many ducks and ducking, so much ducking and diving. This was all over the place, but it did not stop the Terror Twins as Rhea Ripley pinned Liv Morgan with Riptide to win the match for her and Damian Priest. Judgment Day, they they were unsuccessful. I can guarantee you that. But all in all, I mean, this match was just crazy. It was just crazy. And yes, obviously, if the Judgment Day played their cards right and were able to successfully get involved, Dom and Liv would have won, and it would have been interesting, to say the very least. But obviously, this is a 3-star matchup, easy. I think, honestly, looking at this rivalry between the Terror Twins and the Judgment Day, after tonight, it's far from done. It is far from done. There is plenty more chaos to go around from within this rivalry. But now we move into the main event. Gunther, Randy Orton, a rematch from King of the Ring. I'm not even going to say anything. All I'm going to say is instant classic. Instant classic, decisive, pure chaos. Absolutely insane. Steel steps were involved. The announcers' desks were involved. Near fall after near fall, counter after counter. This was everything that you would have expected to see when it came to European style wrestling. They legit utilize European style wrestling and the tradition of WWE all in this matchup. And the closing moments of the match, Randy Orton unfortunately passed out to the sleeper, and Gunther retains the world title in a 5-star match. I am giving this a 5-star match. Handshake at the end. Enough said, guys. Enough fucking said. I don't even know what to say about this one. This was just absolutely insane. But I will say, though, overall, this card, absolutely crazy. Backlash was insane. King of the Ring was insane. Money in the Bank as well. Clash of the Castle. Even also Elimination Chamber was insane, and I had to stay up all night to watch that, which is hilarious. But all in all, this was a crazy good card. absolutely solid. Can't wait for the fallout this coming Monday on Raw. It is going to be absolutely insane. And all I have to say is this card, 5 stars, easy. Enough said. Obviously, yes, Randy Orton could have won, but think about this. This was Gunther's first title defense. There was, his first televised defense. No way in hell Gunther was gonna lose this fucking early. But I think 15 times for the Viper, it's gonna happen. It is definitely going to happen. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. All my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.